Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a page inside The Other Side of the Dream by Karolina Kubikowska. I'm doing this page. I started it, let's get some stuff up, with distress ink down here. And I have two distress inks that I'm using on that and this little tool. And I thought I would check it out and see how distress ink works, and this is how it's working. So I'm going to show you how I am doing it. I want to bring out a little bit bigger inking pad here, if I thought about that. It's a brown one. Oh, who cares? It can turn into a green one, right? Okay, so I have twisted citron and forest moss. And I have the citrus on this side and the moss on this side. And I was just flipping them around, using it like a double-ended pen, I guess. So, let's get the lids off of this. I can tell which one is what without the lids being close. So, I mean, the citron's pretty darn bright, and this one is pretty darn not. So I would just take it and make sure I go in the right side. I don't know, can you see that? We just put it down on the paper and kind of run it around. We have the black in the background here. So what's fun about that is you can actually get it on the black also. Turn that black into a greenish color. You don't have to be totally, in line. Leave some white, gives it a nice little coloration. Then you take the moss part and just kind of go where you want it darker and lightly push that in there, and you get a beautiful little shading. The stem we want bright, so we'll just go in there with the citron. Boom, 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 boom. And you have a nice, gorgeous fern leaf, which we're going to do another one. We'll do this one going out here, so we'll move that one. I'll even get you down closer so you can see. How's that? I'm going to take the citron one here and just circleize it up. Boom. Get in here into the black too, because we want a green hue in that. Do, 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 do. Even when they're dark, you want to put some color in them because it'll show through in the little light areas that they have. Okay. Now when we get up to the tiny ones, we're just going to use that little tiny side here and fluff it in. It's okay if it goes a little on the outside of it so you have a little more glowing to your plant. But this is a art page slash collage page, and we kind of want it not exactly perfect. Well, that's how I'm going to do the whole book. I want this to feel like you were free and happy and just placing your objects down in your scrapbook. I want to save these little fern pieces, and I took pictures of the butterflies, or I drew them in because I thought they needed to be on the page, and I put these little dots in here for their flight patterns or something. I want to keep this book kind of a loose, happy, free, no stress book. So, yeah, so if we get into these really dark areas, I'm going to use this sponge, and I'm just going to go in there and get that nicely colored in. That black has got a nice little coating of green in it. In fact, if we want, we can just take that and bring it up those leaves too. I'm going to do all of them, so let's go down the page. There is a little brown on this ink pad, so we're going to get a little brown going in here too, which is kind of fun. Scooch over to the other side. We're going to get back into the little one. It's got some little branches here. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. We had a nice little rain come in the last couple of days. And now it's nice and sunny again, blue sky. So I'm gonna have to get out and do some gardening later today. Deadhead a couple of plants. I gotta trim the roses again. It's almost getting to the point where I want to take the roses out. I have a hedge of them that are in the the rose garden, we'll put it that way. It's roses and hydrangeas and one red maple tree. Oh, the peonies are back there, but you can't see them unless you really go looking for them. I got this guy over here in the corner. So the roses are like a hedge of roses. Purple ones, red ones, pink ones, dark, almost black ones, and a gorgeous gold one. My problem is the two that start the hedge. We're going to go in and shadow this with the forest moss. So we'll just start over here. Just going to darken 1 inch of it. Boom, 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 go down. Put some dark by the stem that comes up. Anyway, the one that starts the hedge, I trim it twice a year. I do it in spring and I do it in fall. And I cut it down. I'm not very tall, so I cut it down to my knees. I'm 5'1". So when I'm cutting it down to my knees, it's actually, like maybe 2 feet off the ground. If I'm guessing, it's probably 1.5 foot off the ground. Anyway, I cut it down all the way. And in the middle of, well, what are we? We're not even in the middle of June. First week of June, when I cut it in spring, which was April. It is over my head and blooming like crazy, which is great for the plant, but I can't see anything behind it. I'm just going to go up the center of this one. So then I have to trim it again. It follows suit with the guy that's next door to him. He starts to get taller too. They all get so big that you can't see the rest of the garden. So I have to trim them down. Again, cut them all the way down to the ground. And by the time midsummer rolls around, August, they'll be over my head again. So then I have to trim them in fall. Get them ready for the winter. I get tired of cutting the roses. Yeah. I could put something in there instead of roses that would, oh yeah, there's another thing I was going to do with that. Yeah, I can, well, maybe I'll wait because we have butterflies to do. We'll start on this little guy over here, and I have to figure out what color. Does she have any butterflies on the first page that she had? Oh, yeah, she does, but they're not colored. Okay, hold on a moment. We're going to do them in purple. So I have shaded lilac, dusty concord, and if I want to throw a little pink in there, I have some Kitsch flamingo. I'm going to do it with a big pad, and this one has got a tiny little blue on it, but hey, it'll work, right? I need to get more of these pads, I think. Anyway, back to the roses. I could put something else in the roses area, something like, I need a little pad here. Is this the lavender or the lilac? I could put another hydrangea in. I could, just going to get the corners here. So I'm just setting it down on that corner and pulling it in. I'm not doing it very hard. Just light. We'll get down here in the bottom. Okay, then we're going to get the dusky concord, and I brought out another one of these little sticks, and we're just going to get a darker purple in here. A little darker up here in these corners. Something I don't have to trim is what I'm going for. I have a lot of plants in my garden. I do a lot of trimming, a lot of weeding. And I'm trying to come up with a, let's cut some of that out of my life right now. It just gets to be a little much. And let's see. That one will work, I think. Bring a little more of that light purple in there. Then we're going to put a little pink in the inside. Get rid of the color that's in that. Throw a little thing around. There we go. It's an interesting color palette, but it works for me. There. Okay. Da, 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 da. Pretty sure you go on that one. Yep. We have to do the other butterfly, so I gotta scoot the book over. Big butterfly. We'll go with the darker dusty concord first. Bring that in. Nice big wing. It has to have a lot of purple in it. Okay, we'll bring in a little of the shaded lilac into that. I think I'll leave the pink out. Well, maybe I should put it in. because the other one's got it. So throw a little of that pink in there. There we go. 2 butterflies done. Okay, which one was this? Dusty. Make sure the lids go on the right ones. Okay. Now I'm going to get a sheet of plastic here. And I'm going to put, I want some of the green, the citron. I'm going to smush it down here on the plastic sheet. So it's big, I don't know how to show you that. Nice big wet blob of stuff. And then I'm going to go find my brush. Hold on a second. Okay, got my brush. Although it's all beaded up and everything here, we're going to add a little water to it and let it get a little wet. We're going to use it like the splatter back here. We're just going to put some out here where the other splatter pieces are. And we'll take it over to the other side of the page over here. Up at the top. We're also going to use a different color. We'll probably use the pink. I think the pink would be good in here. And down here at the bottom, I'm going to put the plastic here so it doesn't get all over my desk. Add a little more water in there. Just going on the other side of the page. Okay, then we're gonna wipe that off. Probably clean off our brush too. It's all green. To clean off the brush, I'm just gonna lay a rag down, and you can't see that. Boom. Just spray it with water till it runs clean. Boom. Clean brush. Now we just have to figure out the color we want to use. So we either use pink or the purple, and I just think the pink would stand out more. So we're going to take our little dude here and pounce it down on our sheet a couple times because it's a small guy. We're going to get it wet. Collect it up. And splatter some of that on here too. Especially around the butterfly. Just a little here and a little there. Get over here by this butterfly. There we go. I like that. I guess I smeared that a little. That's okay. As I said, this is fun, and we're not stressing out on this at all. Okay, gonna wash that brush. Spray it with water like I did before. There we go. What else can we do with this? So far, that's what we have. So we have the pink splatters that go around the butterfly. We have some green splatters, some little messy blobs over there. We should probably get a messy blob over here. I think that'd be cool. Let's do a messy blob over here. I'm pretty sure that was a citron. Bound some down. We'll get any paintbrush here, it doesn't matter. And we'll just make a blob over here. Put one down and kind of smear it. And we'll put one up here. Boom. There we go. Like I said, we don't want it perfect. We want it kind of messy. Okay, plastic's done. I think I want... Yeah, I'm going to put some of these purple dots up here in the corner. Piece of paper, I could use that plastic, but I'm afraid of getting it all over the place, so we'll just take in that purple dusty concord, my itty bitty stamp, and stamp it in a couple spots with the purple. Down here. You're not going to see it, but you'll see it when it's, because it's there. I'm going to put it that way. A big white space over here, and I want to put something in it. So we're going to put something there. A couple of them in there. There we go. That looks okay. Still got a couple of those drops that have got to dry. Then I'm going to get out a little vintage photo. Okay, got the vintage photo. I got out of a couple other ones. I have to avoid. Let's see, what do we got that's wet? There's pink over here. There's green in here. We're going to wipe up the green a little bit. And we'll try to avoid that color. Okay, vintage photo. We're going to go off the paper onto the paper that's sitting here, put it on here, and then bring it in to the page. We're going to darken this page up. It's going to hit some areas that are wet, which is okay. Go around the whole edge. Just gonna dry that up. Go right over all that other ink that we put down. And bring it on up into the page. I'm changing the page from white to kind of a weathered look. Okay, we're going to bring in a little bit of the brushed corduroy. I'm going to use the same tool, go in the corners. Just some spots here on the side. Up in this corner. And maybe here in the middle. And this is just where you think it'll look good. Okay. Okay, to make this look just a little more weathered, I'm going to use this stencil. It's a Prima stencil. I can't tell you the name of it. It's like crackles. And we're going to crinkle the paper up, or make it look a little crinkly. So I went with walnut stain, which is going to be a darker brown. And we're going to start up here in the corner, and we're just going to put some of those wrinkles in. Make them nice and dark so we can see them. And pull it up, and you'll lightly see some of those through there, but what we're doing is giving this texture. Put some down in there, and we'll do a couple up here. Turn it this way. There we go. And there we go. Just place them where you want to see a little something in there. And I'm purposely doing one side of the page so you can see the difference between the two. There we go. Maybe we'll put one right in here. There. Okay, that's looking good. We're also going to take a little of this walnut stain and go around the edge here in those same spots we did with the corduroy. Darken them, but we also want that color in here. We'll darken this area here. And just in there. Okay, we'll take away the page, and there we go. Plain white page. If you like it simple and then the grunged up page that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on the other side. And I will take a picture of it and show you what it looks like at the end. Might get a little more pink in this wing, but I kind of like it grungy. I'll think about it. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. And like I said, white, brown, your choice. Have fun with it, you guys. And have fun with all your coloring. Just don't let it stress you out. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.